Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. We can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our 2018 Alpinestars TechAir Touring Jackets review at RevZilla.com. In this video, I'm going to break down the two most technical TechAir Touring-enabled jackets from Alpinestars for the 2018 season. They're both four-season, adventure-oriented, beefy, bomb-proof, and again, to my left, I have the Revenant, and I'm going to show you the Yaguara as well. And in your mind, just think about it. The Revenant's going to be around $1,000. It's going to be Gore-Tex, Gore Pro, and the Yaguara is going to come in around that $600+ mark, and that's going to be Dry-Star, and it's a little bit less technical. But with both of the pieces of gear that I'm going to show you today, they are technical shells with direct ventilation, a multitude of vents, pockets functionality, CE Level 2 armor to keep them bomb-proof. But here's the delineator of why they're not in their own individual videos. They are going to be part of the TechAir Touring line, which means that separately, if you buy the Alpinestars TechAir Touring Vest, it's over $1,000, it's maintainable, it's modular, you can add it to any Alpinestars TechAir Touring jacket. What you're getting is the ability to have an airbag deployed system that in under 25 1,000ths of a second will deploy via the algorithm that knows that you're either being hit or going down, and it will protect your collarbone, your shoulder, your kidneys, your ribs, your chest, and your back. And again, that is the system that you buy, you maintain. When it deploys both of its gas canisters and inflates, you need to send it back to Alpinestars to be serviced, but ultimately it's going to keep you much safer, and it's a different approach to minimizing the injury sustained from impact while you're riding your motorcycle. Watch our full detailed breakdown video. Or remember, TechAir Touring, the vest that seamlessly integrates into this jacket, or the Yaguara I'm going to show you next, is different than TechAir Race, which again has a slightly different tuning for taking it to the racetrack. Now, I've talked about application here. These are bomb-proof, beefy jackets that are big investments. Let's talk briefly about Fitment. You're buying this jacket to implement the TechAir Touring device. It is a vest, it zips in, it has a closure that arms it. Again, it's really slick, new school technology from Alpinestars. Now, Pat McHugh, to my left, has this implemented. He's wearing a size XL, 6 foot 240, 46-inch chest. If he was to buy this jacket and not put the TechAir Touring vest in it, he would go down a full size. Same for the Yaguara. He's going to be an extra large in that. Has a lot of fine tunability. Bring your own mid layers, bring your own base layers for warmth. Again, it's a technical shell with a slip liner, but integrating that Gore-Tex. But what you want to do is if you're not using that TechAir vest, you're going to go down a size. So keep that in mind. Use the size chart. Remember, you can adjust it. Give us a shout if you need any help. And most importantly, click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Leave your comments, your questions, your feedback about either of these pieces of gear, or leave us the questions about TechAir as a whole. Now, diving into the nuance here of the Revenant itself. Revenant jacket, Revenant pants, comes in a lighter color gray version. The Revenant's going to have 10 vents, as opposed to the Yaguara's 8 vents. And these vent to the liner, but the liner's perforated up top. All of the rest of the vents are going to be direct vents. So I do give it a 4-season rating, meaning with all the vents closed, you're great through the winter, just bring your own base layers. Spring and summer, depending on how you're tuning it, vents open, vents closed, you're in a cloud burst, and ultimately with everything open in the summer, you get that full degree of airflow. Now, one of the gripes I do have with this jacket is that if they tape some of the seams, many of these pockets would be waterproof, but most of them aren't. But again, you still have the best of the best from a Gore-Tex backing everything standpoint, keeping your body dry. And remember, when you invest in Gore-Tex over something like Stretch Dry-Star that we would see in the Yaguara, you're getting better breathability. So as you sweat, your sweat goes out through the membrane without letting any water in. So if you're getting rained on, sleeted on, hailed on, whatever it is, torrential downpour for an extended period of time, nothing can penetrate through, but if you sweat, that water vapor escapes out. Now, I did tell you that this is going to be Alpinestars Bio Air Armor, which is CE Level 2, the higher standard. And we look through some of the other creature comforts here on the jacket. You even have arm vents. The other thing that you're getting on this jacket that you don't have on the Yaguara is this jacket is going to be Armacore. You can see it in these beefier ripstop impact areas. You still have a DFS system, but what Armacore does is this aramidtic Cordura, which is really kind of the gold standard of beefiness when you get into these technical shells. Now, you compare this against something like the Revit Dominator or the Climb Carlsbad, but neither one of those jackets will take an airbag system. Keep that in mind. But you are getting a similar level of technical protection. Now, Pat, turn backwards for me really quickly. I want to give a shot of the back. Hydration pouch is baked in. You're going to have the ability to add that. You do have the functionality for it. You notice the nice high touring collar here. 2 big vents across the back. That means 8 of the other vents are on the front intaking, and you can remove your rabbit pouch and turn it into a fanny pack. They also gave you nice big areas of stretch. So again, all in here, lots of functionality. You expect big, beefy areas in the impact zones coupled with the CE Level 2 armor. The only other gripe that we really had with this jacket is if he opens it up, you'll see where the loop back on the collar is, all the way around the backside, just a little bit awkward. The Yaguara doesn't have that issue. So come around to the front for me here. Note that you can add back protection to this with the Nucleon series from Alpinestars. And remember, the interior guts is just going to be a mesh slip liner with that Gore-Tex in front of it. So again, it's going to be comfortable, but bring your own base layers. You're still investing at that $1,000 range. But again, Alpinestars has really made the most technical 4-season adventure touring jacket than we've ever seen come out of their camp. And we applaud the fact that you get that level of technicality now coupled with the ability to add in the TechAir touring vest system. So from the Revenant, we move into the Yaguara. And remember, I'm not going to call the Yaguara the baby brother of the Revenant. I'm just going to say it's a little bit less technical. If I would tell you the Revenant is your hardcore adventure riding, off-road, around the world option, yeah, that's what that is. The Yaguara is going to be a bit more reasonable. Think about it as multi-season, 4-season road touring with light DS. So it's a little less beefy. You'll lose some of the Armacore. You'll lose some of the other more aggressive technical features, but you still have CE Level 2. You still have the ability, like both these jackets, to integrate your TechAir touring system, again, giving you that full coverage. And the only other real change here is they've dropped a couple vents. So 8 vents, 6 on the front, 2 on the back, allowing you that great 4-season airflow. Remember, still bring your own base layer. Now, I'm going to dive into a few other of the nuances. Before I get there, let's talk fit one more time. Remember, either of these jackets you can buy using the size chart if you intend to put the TechAir touring vest inside. Now in the Yaguara to my left, we actually didn't put it in to give you a shot at what it would look like if he went a size down. So remember, 6 foot, 240, 46 in the chest. We actually have him in a size large. The size chart would say XL, assuming he's putting the touring vest in. Size large on this jacket, which actually is a heavy-duty poly with a bit of stretch, is just fine. And he has room to put in his own base layers or mid layer. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about fit. You can always buy it without TechAir. If you like the gear itself, just go a size down. Now, lots of adjustability here like we liked on the other one. And one of the few gripes on the Yaguara that jumped out for us is the fact that these sleeves get a little bit of wonky. So you see how this works here as the open and close function with the auto-locking zipper goes there, and then you have a micro adjuster there. Again, functionally great, just like a little bit in the way of itself, not the most seamless execution we've seen from Alpinestars. But remember, use a size chart, we'll ship for over 39 bucks. You can always ping us. Love it if you subscribe to us and leave us your comments, questions, and feedback on the RevZilla YouTube channel. Now, back into the jacket itself, a multitude of colorways. This is the black version. There's a lighter gray version. There's also black high vis, which is a really nice touch. Turn backwards for me there, Mr. McHugh. And you'll notice here on the back, what you don't see right there is going to be that collar loop back. It was on the front. So Alpinestars has fixed it here on the Yaguara and better executed on their collar loop back. Still 2 vertical vents here along the backside. And remember, every vent I've showed you so far, 6 on the front, 2 on the back, is a direct vent. It directly vents to the body. This is a laminated jacket. Come back around to the front for me. And again, it's using DryStar. DryStar is not as breathable as Gore-Tex, but that breathability only really comes into play with all the zippers all completely closed, and you're talking about sweat out. You're not talking about anything to do with water in. So this jacket is still fully waterproof. You can see that Pat is wearing the Yaguara pants to my left as well, and remember, that TechAir vest fits in seamlessly, and that's gonna be shoulder, collarbone, chest, back, as well as your rib cages and kidneys are fully covered with a deployment based on the algorithm, even if you're standing still and get creamed by somebody who's texting and driving in 25 milliseconds or less. Again, a full deployment protecting you at speed or at a standstill. So remember, when we look at both of these jackets, remember, these are the TechAir touring jackets for 2018. Watch the detailed breakdown video of the TechAir touring vest. You need to understand what that functionality looks like, what you're buying separately, and seamlessly integrating into the shell that you so choose. Both of these jackets have been technical, 4-season, bring your own base layers, covering a CE Level 2 of protection. Keep that in mind. Again, these are no small investment at the $600 or the $900 range for the Yaguara, or for the Revenant rather. The next step in your journey though is to visit each product detail page at RevZilla.com, Read other rider reviews. Don't just take our word for it. Really understand what riders are saying as they're putting these pieces of gear through their paces, and make sure you get in contact with us. These are technical, major investments. TechAir Touring should last you years and years and years, while your jackets, these are going to be heirloom level. They should last you years and years as well. 877-792-9455 or see us at RevZilla.com. Also, don't miss out. Subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion, latest and greatest in the motor universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.